shit. Okay, we're starting. The whole time it's like we just did it. It's like we just did everything. But
yeah, hopefully it pans out.
No, we started.
Yeah, we're starting. We're here. What's up, Apes?
How do we want to start? Did you already hit record?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're recording right now.
Fire.
So, Apes.
19.
Well, actually, I want to start this episode off with a very important announcement, actually. I actually want to offer my condolences to all the victims of what happened around like 20 years ago today. We're recording this on September 11th. So, obviously, everyone knows what happens. And respect to all the heroes that actually went in to try and like save lives. And yeah, it was as horrible and tragic and grim as an experience as that was. I think in great American fashion, everyone, now comes together on this date, and it's turned into a beautiful thing. So I would just offer that, and yeah. So with that said, as someone does on days like this, we were actually discussing it earlier, and Marquino was saying that steel, it cannot be melted by jet fuel, and he was also saying that there's plethora of evidence of controlled explosions, and it was all actually a myth, and it was all for oil, and it was all for money, and it's exploitation.
I saw, dude.
What do you?
I saw a post today on Instagram that said, today's 9/11. I commemorate all the heroes and all the victims, and the Muslim victims too. And I was like, bro, it's a mega conspiracy.
Yeah, it's like, I mean,
low key, like on the lowest of keys, I kind of support it.
Support what? You need
like
to clarify.
No, not 9/11.
This is turning into a real different podcast right here.
The idea that it's like a conspiracy theory, and for two reasons. Number one, so we could get into the Middle East and like have a reason to, and number two, for Operation Solar Wind, which is what Edward Snowden like whistle blew on. And it's like, dude, if this laptop is like off right now, they can still be like looking at you and hearing you through the camera.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And they don't need like clearance or someone to sign off.
How does that relate to 9/11?
So the whole thing was like 9/11 happened, and then they were like, okay, we need to like ramp up security in the country. And one of the ways they did that was by like them saying, we're gonna be monitoring people's emails, texts, calls, etc. And not NSA, TSA, like at the airport, that was non-existent before 9/11.
Yeah, things definitely changed. I mean,
so it was almost like a system to usher in more control.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to get.
What
at.
A discussion to have on this day.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, well, I don't know. Like, it makes sense in retrospect. But are we Monday night quarterbacking? Are we saying?
What do you mean?
Like, are we saying in retrospect it all adds up? But I mean, how much information were they getting before 9/11? I'm pretty sure. Maybe not at the airport, obviously, but elsewhere. I mean,
that's a good point. I'm sure the mail's monitored. I'm sure all the communications are monitored as well. But I think it definitely gave them more of an excuse to get more involved. To monitor everything.
For sure.
Emails, texts.
Yeah.
The thing that scares me now is that they can even monitor like your texting. Like they can see which times you tap on the screen, like which area.
It's scary, dude.
Dude, they take every piece of information that you can give them. They have it. They actually have it. Like,
they know what color your underwear is.
Data is the new oil, man. It's spooky.
It's crazy. Like, the government knows me more than I know myself, probably.
Yeah, and they have an AI that tracks your behavior too.
Spooky, bro. You're just a number, man. That's all you are.
Fuck.
Nothing else.
So how do we snap out of it? How do we get out of this?
There's no snapping out of it.
Can you isolate yourself? Can we like go? What if we go live?
Oh my God.
In the Everglades.
Dude, remember this guy? I forgot to tell you, Jenseni.
I remember.
Yeah. Are you like following him on Instagram? And
yeah.
Maybe you.
Jenseni.
Yeah. We did a podcast with him. He was an Uber driver that Pato met, and he also runs like a YouTube channel.
And he came on the podcast?
Came on the podcast. Back when we were like doing Zoom and this shit.
Wow.
Yeah. When we were like legits. He bought a plot of land like probably 2 hours from here. And he's like developing it into like a farm kind of thing. And he wants,
Self-sustainable.
growing his own stuff, renewable energy. He wants to go live out there eventually. I was on the phone with him the other day.
For real?
Yeah. He hit me up, and he was like, "Oh, like we should do another episode and shit." I was like, "Dude, 100%.
That'd be dope."
Yeah, but dude, he bought a plot of land and he's out there. He's trying to get like off the grid.
I think the podcast we had with him was a little weird. I mean, I definitely felt more like having to be like a podcaster, and I remember he said that something like he's more religious, and so I wanted to like press on that for a little bit and like see what the true motive behind his things were. But like, is it worth it to go move out and be self-sustainable in a farm, or do you like Netflix and do you like things?
I guess it's like comfort. Like once you're out there on the farm, you're kind of just going to live your life the way that you're going to. When you're here, when you have all these amenities, you're going to rely on them and lean on them a lot. But like my end goal is definitely to
use this camera too.
Oh yeah.
So we can see you.
What up? My end goal is definitely to move off grid somewhere on a self-sustainable plot of land where my friends are each good at one task. Let's say there's a builder in the group and there's a cook in the group, a farmer, and we all create like a village and we have like a long table and eat dinner at night. All of us. We like raise our kids together and we like live off the grid completely.
That would be sick.
Yeah, maybe like in the Amazon.
That actually, like, that reminds me on the Amazon, dude. That, and then we'll talk about how that relates to a trip that's upcoming for you.
Yeah.
Living in the Amazon and in a river. But that reminds me of, like, I think it was New Year's. Like, I was a lot younger. And, like, my whole family from Italy, I went back and, like, we all lived in, like, sort of this community of all houses that were next to each other. And we had, like, fireworks and all this. And, like, if you wanted to go to the neighbor house was your cousin, and then the other neighboring house was your aunt, and it was also fun. It was like, it was great, but
I think that's like a return. What? That's like a return to the tribal way of life.
Yeah.
When we would all just live with our family in like a cave with like your distant cousins, and everyone's hunting in the middle of the night for a saber-tooth tiger or something, and we're all just like cooking fire. I think it's like a return to our roots as human beings.
Yeah.
And that's like primal. That's like in our DNA.
Yeah. It's like those things, that intuition that just feels good when you're doing something.
Yeah,
it's having your like community all next to each other and all being taken care of and all having kind of like a role. But
yeah,
I don't know. It's probably not like we probably weren't built to have something like that in such a large scale. We're talking about America. We're talking about 300 million people.
It's brutal.
We probably weren't built to do that. Like
we weren't built to watch Netflix.
True, but some of the mechanisms in our brain, the dopamine one, allows us to be obsessed and keep scrolling.
But there's definitely better ways to like. You get a better kick of dopamine by like hunting and making a fire, or like killing an animal and then eating it, like as like gory and like 100%. Primal, whatever as that sounds. Just like a reason you feel good because of that.
I agree.
You don't get the same kick from Netflix, you know.
No, and like
never will, bro. Dude, or the metaverse.
Honestly, I never watch Netflix, so that's not even like.
You really? Actually, that's good. That's good.
I don't like. That's just not one of the things that I'm into. I'm not saying that like I'm just not. But I never watch it. And like, what I was gonna say to that was discussing about morality and stuff like that with like a bunch of people. It's the question of what's the purpose, what's the meaning in life, what is it that you should do, like what's the meaning? That's such a new discussion because 100,000 years ago, you're too busy going hunting and you're too busy providing for your family. You're too busy doing all these things that you don't have time to say what's the meaning. It's like meaning was implicit in us, and now it's like we're so comfortable that we're like, fuck, well, how can we spend all this time that now we have, you know? And
do you think that's like one of the things you're looking for the like the Egypt trip?
To find meaning?
Yeah.
You know, yeah. Honestly, I think that when I go there, something's gonna like awaken inside of me that tells me what like my purpose is in this life. But going off what you said, I think the purpose is either to live life or to ascribe your own meaning to whatever it is. That seems like the only two feasible real choices that you have. And I think like back there in the past, they were really just living their life. Like there was no like, what are we going to do tomorrow? They weren't thinking about, what is the meaning?
So meaning didn't exist.
Yeah, I guess they were just so in it that they just lived it.
But what changed that? Now there has to be a meaning. Maybe there still isn't one.
Well, because now we don't have to go hunt. We don't have to do all these things. We're comfortable in a house. Like, if you're like, I mean, most of us, like definitely us. But so now it's like, what do we do all day? Like, what can we do all day? And how can I not get bored to death? Like, how can I? You know what I mean?
So wouldn't you say that, like, even maybe it's backwards? Like maybe back, like maybe 10,000 years ago there was meaning, and now because you just sit all day on your ass and watch Netflix, there's less meaning. Even.
That's what I was trying to get at.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, that's essentially what I'm trying to say. But like, I mean, not saying like what you said with Ginseng.
That's so cool.
Yeah, Ginseng.
Ginseng, yeah. Shout out.
Shout out.
I'm sure he wouldn't like. I'm sure he would not be hunting with like sticks and shit. Like he would kind of take advantage of some of the technology that we've developed. But
it would be cool to record the podcast on his farm.
That would be pretty cool.
To go out and do like an on location live podcast.
Yeah.
He's he was explaining to me on the phone the other day that they're actually like, his idea of it is to kind of make it into something where he can bring, like in a way like a tourist kind of activity where he can bring families and couples and just people that want to check it out and kind of show them like, you know, this is how you cultivate crops, or this is how you like build a structure, build shelter, hunt for food, whatever.
So you're saying
I was like, that's a cool idea, dude.
He's starting a cult.
In a way, yeah. Don't drink the Kool-Aid.
Fuck.
Dude, that stuff is nuts.
I think it's cool though because it shows people the possibilities that exist.
For sure, man.
And with people that are into it, that could be like the little boost.
Absolutely.
That pushes them. Oh, I actually can do this. There's someone that's doing it.
Yeah.
And then an idea I had before, which is like one of the founding tenets of Project Happiness, which is something I want to do down the road, is go to homeless shelters, teach the homeless how to farm, then raise money so that they can buy a plot of land, live on that plot of land, farm the plot, sell the crops and fruits and vegetables so they can have a revenue stream, and then they're also providing for the community again.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think that's like helping people live, that's giving them a new lease on life, and they have a place to live instead of at a shelter.
Yeah.
You know?
Or under a bridge.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, it's a cool idea. It is also like, I think like if you think about it like on a really big scale too, it's like ponte that tomorrow there's like some weird collapse of the world, all the supermarkets goes down, there's no more. It's happening right now with like wheat, for example. A ton of the world's wheat is grown in like Ukraine and all that Eastern European area. That shit is getting burned to hell. Like, what if there's like a wheat shortage tomorrow? No one can buy bread. The 10 people that know how to grow their own shit are going to be the ones that sell bread and vegetable seed and stuff like that. It's like we rely on the supermarket, you know?
Yeah, and then they become the power brokers. The
become,
bread cult.
Yeah, bro.
Dude, imagine if like most people would be fucked if everything went to hell. Like tomorrow, like if all rules.
For sure.
Like back to survival. We're all so comfortable. Like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would love to go on one of those survival shows. Like one of those, like Naked and Afraid. But
That's a little too much for me.
I was talking about it with my girlfriend. She was just like, and all the mosquitoes. And what about all the air conditioning? It's like you need to live. You need to be close to dying. Okay.
That's the point, bro. That's when you feel like the most alive, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta be uncomfortable, low key.
Yeah, it's like now we have this long-term safety, which you never really feel alive, because you're just repeatedly going through things like video after video, show after show.
So tough.
It's horrible, man.
It's like we're safe. We never experience near death, but also you never live like
with every generation. It gets like with every like year, it gets worse too, dude. I see my little sister that's 9 years old, and she just like all day. I'm not trying to roast her ass, but like just all day, it's like
I see with my sister
YouTube,
too.
Netflix, and just like sitting on the couch, just fucking scrolling. Dude,
it scares me.
We weren't doing that at 9 years old because it didn't exist yet. It wasn't that easy, right? It wasn't as accessible to just boom, 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 boom.
Now it's a pacifier for even little kids.
Totally,
like you get like 3-4-year-old kids with iPads.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, we were with a family today, and their little ass, 7-year-old kid on the phone, just not talking to anyone. Like, bro.
The next generation is going to be
looking.
interesting to see how that molds their
it's all. I think it's also a huge like parenting thing, dude. You know what I mean? Like if you want to not have your kids on it, like sure, it's hella work, but like you can do it. You know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And every day it gets harder, but it's definitely doable.
Because it's so easy to just throw an iPad and just
shut up.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, shut up.
But that's what it is. Angry that's
Birds
absolutely
now,
what it is.
and they'll be playing. Bro, it's crazy. Yeah. Like even just me thinking about it, it's like you're looking at the phone, and eventually it's like they're literally gonna fall into the phone. Like they're gonna be. You know what I mean? It's like they're talking about AI systems and all of these things about virtual reality. Like you're 5 inches away from literally being inside of the phone.
It's crazy because it's almost like a vacuum. It literally sucks you in. So I was thinking about that this morning. My phone was like buzzing and I was like half asleep, half awake. And I don't know, I guess because I was like in a halfway point, I was just more cognizant. And I noticed how every time it buzzed, it was literally like sucking me to like go check it. And I was like, I want to sleep. But every time it buzzed, I just felt this like innate draw to go towards it.
That's crazy.
That's weird, man.
It's weird, and it's so like, in a weird, it's like manipulative in a way because like we know so much about just human nature and like how the different like this is not just people who learn about engineering who are developing these things. You have like
psychologists,
neuroscientists who like tested what the dopamine mechanisms in rats are, and they realized that the motivation thing, and then from that they extrapolate, and now you have the best way to grab the attention of someone. And it's true, like we have innate features about us that you can if you know how to use them. Like you're going to do the hypnosis thing on Wednesday, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's this Wednesday.
Yeah. That's almost like a that's a play on the same thing essentially. Like they know how to, like in some ways,
put you into that state,
and that's, you have to believe that that's like some way like mechanisms in your brain and shit. Mm-hmm. Unless it's like some mystical thing.
There's a ton of different ways to like get to those states though, and I think it's like about kind of finding like good ones that work for you and like healthy, like interesting, cool, fun ones that like could give you something. You know, they don't just take your attention.
Or they just don't shove it in your face and you're benefiting nothing from it. Because, damn, I could scroll for 2 hours looking at pictures of hot girls. What am I gaining from that? Absolutely nothing.
It's like tasting good wine, you know? You get.
But you're not even tasting. You don't even taste the wine for real. Like you're staring at the wine, but it's like.
You know, that's actually, dude. Today before coming here, I asked my brother, I'm like, what should we talk about on the podcast? And him fucking around, he was like, porn. Let's talk about porn. And
that's a great topic.
So we could do that.
And then I'm like, yo, actually, we could talk about that. And like what you're saying, like scrolling through Instagram and seeing hot girls, it's like, if every time this impulse that you have that you just feel like, you know, rubbing one out, you know?
Yeah.
If every time you're satisfying it by watching porn, it's like that motivation was put in place for you to go out and reproduce and find a mate. Like you just solved that, you know, that motivation.
Yeah, but by just
exactly,
like there's no substance to it.
Yeah,
you're just waka waka.
Waka waka.
I would advise to always, you know.
Dude, they tried to ban porn in the state of Utah.
Really? The Mormons?
Yeah, the Mormons. I swear to God. And they had their car there. It was just like probably BMW or some shit. And it was like 3 of them. And some other kid must have been drunk or some shit, was just hanging out, like sitting on their car.
Yeah.
And these kids were like, yo, like, the fuck off our car. And he was like, no, dude, like, fucking around, like being an idiot, bro. They beat the shit out of him. Mm-hmm. Kid was knocked out. And they started, like, punching his head against the pavement.
While he was knocked out?
Yeah.
Flaw.
Oh, man.
Shit like that it's like, dude, sick. Like, you knock someone, like, you're so cool, bro. You beat the shit out of this kid. Oh, yeah. Turns out, kid wakes up, take him to the hospital, brain damage.
Ooh.
He can't, like, read or write properly anymore.
And that happened recently?
This happened in the Key, bro. Like, a year or 2 ago.
That just made me remember a funny story. Andres was involved, actually. Oh, we're faded. Driving to McDonald's after some event. We're going somewhere. First of all, before we even get to the McDonald's, Andres is literally in the middle of the street with his pants off, naked. He's like peeing and like running in the street, and we're like, bro, what the fuck is this guy doing? And he's like, no, it's a red light, don't worry. And he's Andres, yeah,
Andres de la Línea.
yeah. Whatever. Regardless, fast forward. We go to the McDonald's, and we're like laughing, we're being loud, we're being obnoxious, and there's this table of like older guys. Pato, you were there, right?
I don't remember.
Okay, whatever.
You would remember if you had been there.
Yeah, and Andres was being a dickhead, and as we're walking out, he's like, yeah, fuck you guys. Fuck you guys. And they follow us outside. And I don't know what happened. Ricky starts talking shit. It's always Ricky that talks shit. He never gets in the fight ever. Ricky, if you're listening to this, bro, come on. And he starts talking shit with this guy. And the guy threw his water cup like in Ricky's face. And then immediately the fight just broke out. It was a fat brawl. And it was just intense. Watkins is like on the floor getting kneed in the face.
Oh, I remember this story. Yeah.
It was just nuts. Yeah, we came after Nico's house.
Were they some Columbus guys?
No, it was like some college kids.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This was in Belen?
And bro, one of them was a meat stick. Like a meat stick, bro. He was like taking down Watkins, and I was fighting with some guy, whatever. I hit him in the face. I don't remember what happened. Then I jumped on the guy that was taking Watkins down, and I pulled him off. And then it was just fucking madness. And then the worker at McDonald's says, yo, get the fuck out of here. They just called the cops. Everyone just dips. It was like wow. But yeah, it's not worth it. It's never worth it.
Absolutely, bro.
What if you knew what you know now about jiu-jitsu and that?
Oh, it would be completely different. Like, I don't think there was a winner from that fight just because there was so many people fighting at once. It was just like a clusterfuck. But that guy that was on top of Watkins, rear naked choke, that definitely.
Bro.
He wouldn't see me coming. Yeah.
Sheesh.
I will say though, my favorite submission though is the Darce.
Really?
I love just going from side control.
Dude, I never landed good Darces, and I should because I have big, meaty, long arm. Not meaty, but long.
Yeah.
A Darces are nice. That's what Chimaev finished this guy with yesterday, bro. Sick.
You don't expect it. The arm just reaches out from under you, and you're.
Dude, I've been trying to look at like a podcast or something on how to become like a better overall martial artist.
Jocko Willink.
Facts.
I think he has a podcast where he talks a lot about jiu-jitsu.
He's a black belt, bro. And this guy's fucking huge, man.
Yeah.
He's a beast. Have you read that book from, I think it's Renzo Gracie, Breathe?
No, but you told me about it, and I want to read it.
Foreword is by Jocko.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for that book. It's going to be cool.
I mean, Joe Rogan also, he talks about.
Yeah, he does.
Have you guys seen Joe Rogan kick?
It's like
disgusting. He'll knock the bag off the fucking sling and everything, bro. He's crazy.
Seen it?
Yeah.
No.
Look it up.
Look up Joe Rogan
kicking.
Spinning. Look up the spinning back kick. Bro.
Every time I go to type in YouTube, because I'm in producer mode, it like switches the camera angle.
Let's make sure it doesn't like stop recording too.
Rogan kicks. This one?
Yeah. That's when he was teaching.
What happens when you hire a producer, vocalist, session musician? On Fiverr, you get a masterpiece. Make yours on Fiverr.
Keep the light now because I ain't got a body pad on, so don't give me too hard. Power that. Again, boom. Boom. Step in again, I'll walk. Tackle. Boom. Boom. Hook me to you a little bit. Yeah, the heart say like that. Yeah. Again. Boom. 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 Good. Yeah. Back. Back. To hook. Back. Boom. Avoid. Number one, the down knee. A lot of times when people do it, their knee is down and they're kicking like this. That comes from stiffness a lot of times, from a lack of flexibility, but it also comes from training it wrong. The key to this technique is knee up high and then a twist. And when I teach it to people, what I would teach is first thing to do is kick low. Don't even try to kick to the body. Kick like this and then do that.
He's cool, bro. He's a dope guy. Dude, there's so many things like that you don't even notice about like the mechanics of those kicks he just threw and like the things that make them so powerful. That it's like, you know, it looks like, oh, that guy can kick super hard. It's like, no, that guy can kick super hard because he knows how to kick super hard, you know? It's not just because like he's jacked. You know, there's like little details that you have to work on to be able to
the
film.
mechanics.
You could tell, like, he does it in, like, you can't get that much power by just kicking hard shit.
Yeah, bro. I wouldn't want to take one of those hits.
Oh,
That'll break your fucking rib, man.
Is the one he does like an insane kick. But yeah.
The short's is gonna fuck up.
So would the goal be to be on Joe Rogan's podcast or to have him on Talking Apes?
I mean, both would be fine.
Yeah, bro. I'll take either one at that point.
Yeah. Dude, there's
He's
a
the man,
weird there's a weird thing with Joe Rogan now that like he has such a big influence that
Is he censoring
like,
himself?
No, it's like I feel like he's not like one of these weird like, he's not really that extreme in the things that he says, right? He's pretty mainstream.
I think not at all, yeah.
Like
I think he does a good job of balancing both sides and being open, which
Yeah.
is like so key with a person with that much influence. Which is, I guess, what we were talking about earlier with the whole stage, the whole government things. I feel like left and right, there's such an agenda, and to find someone that actually hears out both sides is such a valuable thing, especially if he has so much weight and power in his audience and his following.
The thing is, though, that like some of the things he says, they'll like media networks or people or whatever will like take it hella out of context. And dude, bro,
Bullshit.
CNN got a video of him and put a filter on it so that he would look sick, and aired that shit, saying that when he took
No way.
dude, what was that medicine during COVID? Ivermectin. That, bro, CNN was calling it horse dewormer and all this bullshit. Dude, I swear to God, if you look up CNN like filters Joe Rogan dewormer video, like it'll come up for sure.
And they put a filter on him.
Put a fucking bro. He had Sanjay Gupta, which is like CNN's medical guy, whatever the fuck. On his show, he like grilled him on it. He was like, "Why the fuck didn't CNN, bro? CNN, dude."
Oh, so he had the guy that aired the thing.
Yeah, pretty
on
much.
his show.
Yeah. He was like, "Why the fuck are you guys lying about me?" Like,
Yo, real quick,
That's a hot seat.
I think the sound is coming out of your headphones. I don't know. I just don't want to pick up on the mic.
could be.
But
What were you
Yeah.
saying though
We were
About
saying
Joe.
like, oh,
I don't know. I kind of got
about
like,
his
into
takes?
Oh yeah, that like now he has like this responsibility kind of, you know, and it kind of that takes away from being genuine and like you can't express yourself fully. Like that's one of the things that sucks. Like even us, it's weird because if you're the person who has like all the weird takes and all the like crazy takes, and even because you're a comedian, that's how you're viewed at. But like Joe Rogan, if he makes a really fucked up joke, that's gonna be taken out of context. Someone that I like for example, Tim Dillon, he said the most fucked up things that I've ever heard anyone say online ever.
Give me an example.
He says we can cure the homeless problem in California by getting a huge pot and then cooking them inside of the pot. All jokes. Like, these are all jokes.
Fucked.
the Talking Apes podcast does not approve this mess.
Yeah, we just got fucking taken off
you see
every
the-
single major streaming platform.
But, I mean, the reason that we have to say that is because we're not that type of podcast. He can say that thing and he can still be on YouTube because everything he says is taken as, like, a satire.
Yeah. Totally.
Everything that he says. Like, I can't make a joke. Like, it'll be very hard for me to say something like that, and then people would not think that I'm a psychopath. But for him, it's like, oh, he's a comedian. That, like,
Yeah.
This is his whole niche is saying these fucked up things.
So before he was a comedian, was he saying those things and he couldn't get away with it because he wasn't a comedian yet? Or
No, he doesn't
did
really believe it. He
I
doesn't-
thought he
course he
actually
doesn't-
believed that he
Bro.
was gonna put him in a
Sure.
pot and
Of course he
cook
doesn't
him.
believe that.
Tim, no, he's hilarious because he doesn't
Not-
like. He's actually a very smart person,
Yeah.
and he's actually very like centrist. Like he doesn't take any of the takes of both, but he will like, dude. There's a
Are you not allowed to say it?
no. I could say it. Like there's videos. I'm trying to think of an example. There's a video like he posted a picture on. Dude, if you can look at this up, just
Okay.
look up Tim Dillon. Like rant on aunt. No, look it up on YouTube. It's on YouTube.
Oh.
Tim Dillon's rant on like aunt on her on it was on his aunt or something.
On his own aunt.
And dude, like this guy is fucking his mom is schizophrenic. She's in an insane asylum.
Oh, really?
So he definitely has a little bit of that in him. No, not on son, on aunt.
Damn, you suck at spelling, bro.
It's such a small box.
You can make it bigger.
I have action shot right now of me producing though. It's pretty cool.
Let's
He's like,
go.
searching this stuff onto the.
I think it's that first one.
This one.
It's 10 minutes.
Yo, 10
so it's
minutes,
too long.
bro.
But like,
We're not gonna be able to find
No,
it.
destroys his Aunt Kathy.
we can hear the first minute, and you guys can hear like
Ads, dude.
how fucking. This guy does not fuck around.
I put up on my Instagram that cum pig photo from a sketch I did years ago. Okay, look at that. Eli Roth. Happy birthday to Q. Very fun. I put that up and I said, today is my birthday. I want to thank my parents for all their support. This is what you created. Enjoy it. And my aunt wrote a comment, and the comment, let's not find it. And the comment was, and my cousin sent me the comment. The comment was, the saddest part is that you have your grandfather's name and you don't care at all, and you care nothing about his legacy. Very, very nasty comment. Very, very nasty comment. And you know me, I hate to bring family drama on the show. I hate that. You know, I don't do it. We can get this down. I really don't do it. Okay? My Aunt Kathleen, by the way. Okay. Comes for me on Instagram, brings up my grandfather, and insults me on the day of my birth. Now, let's get something straight, you bum bitch. Didn't you fake a drug overdose? Didn't you fake a suicide attempt? I keenly remember you faking that you overdosed on drugs and you were taken to a hospital in an ambulance in front of your mother who had just dealt with Grandpa's death. What part of Grandpa's legacy were you honoring with that behavior? What part of it? Do you remember that? I remember you going to a hospital and then having the entire family go worried about you. Not me, but other people, because I know what you're up to, you clown bitch. They went to the hospital and said, "What drugs is she on, doctor?" And the doctor goes,
This has to be something about him and his aunt, that they have problems or something, because
Dude, it goes on for 10 fucking minutes, bro. Like, just, she's like, you fucking pedophile. Like, she's never done anything pedophilic in her life. He just dropped, like, he's random. But someone like this, who says outlandish shit all the time, first off, is like the most entertaining thing.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely, bro.
And
I think it's because a lot of people don't speak their mind, and they're very afraid to say things. So someone that goes out and does it is like such a light and a gem.
Exactly.
kinda-
But
you
he
kinda have
kind
to
of
as a
goes
comedian.
overboard a little bit. Like, he
Bro, yeah, that was very evident.
he takes it to a next level where, like, he'll say, like, I don't know, it's hilarious. I would recommend this podcast to everyone, but, like, bro, it's super cool because he gets to say whatever the fuck he wants, and, like, you know that he's joking, but he also, like, is taking everything to an extreme.
We should go to Big J Okerson.
No.
Dude,
Big
he's
J,
another
yeah.
comedian. Big J.
Yeah.
He's another comedian that says out of pocket shit. We saw when we went to what's this guy's name, bro? When we went to Duncan Trussell, we saw it because they had like a trailer for his show, and he was saying he had this bit where he's like talking about his girlfriend, and she says like something about UFC fighters, and he's basically like telling his girlfriend like, I could beat the fuck out of you. And dude, bro, but he was saying,
I know what you're talking about.
he's like this big guy, has piercings and tattoos and shit. Funny ass motherfucker.
He said,
He's coming
he's
to
like,
Miami.
that's the respect one, right? He's like, girls these days don't have respect. I found out my girlfriend didn't have respect for me the day that we were having a conversation, and she was like, yeah, I don't really like those UFC guys because they're so aggressive and like they like abuse their wives and stuff, and like they really hurt, their girlfriends and stuff. And then he's like, I could kick the shit out of you. I don't kick the shit out of you because I'm nice.
Yeah, bro.
But I could do
I
it.
feel like I've heard that too.
Yeah.
You have to like that's the whole thing of comedy, bro. Like you have to make shit that kind of makes people uncomfortable, dude. You know?
And just like pushing the buttons. That's why I think fucking Andrew Tate is hilarious. Because he'll say some shit. Like, it's him and his brother on a podcast. I see like clips. And he'll say some shit like, I don't know, like some super outlandish shit. And then just like have a laugh. Like that evil laugh. And you're just like, this motherfucker is pissing so many people off that it's hilarious.
He knows exactly what
Like,
he's
nobody
doing.
laughs at SNL. What the fuck? Like, you know what
Trevor
I mean?
Noah is
Bro,
AIDS,
SNL's so
bro.
bad.
It's
That's such a
horrible,
good
dude.
point.
It's like, it's so,
Horrible.
like, all the joke have to be like,
PC.
you know, it's like the fucking realtor jokes. If you guys ever spoke to a, you know what I mean? Like, you'll speak to a realtor.
What?
You'll speak to, hey, buddy,
What is a realtor joke, bro?
it's like the PC shit that's like, well, it's a real knife fight out here, buddy. You know, you gotta get the
Nope, I have no idea.
down in
Dude, what?
down in Coral Gables. You know, you gotta get the houses now because you wanna get home. But everything's like so like, shut the fuck up. You're not funny. It's just not
Here's
funny.
the thing,
What's
bro.
funny is insane people. That's what's funny is people who say shit like this. Dude, imagine going out with someone that is just like drinking. Like, you're at a bar and they're just like, "Oh, this is a good beer. I mean, not my favorite, but
Sounds
you know,
like Wells.
how are the, you know,
What's that?
what's coming up in your life? Oh, how's that industry?
How's the weather?
I want someone to take their shirt off and jump on the table.
Yeah, I agree.
I want a fucking insane person.
I agree. That's what gets That's like what gets clicks nowadays. I saw something so fucked up the other day. This guy's called Asian Andy, and he's like a streamer on Twitch.
Oh, dude, I saw that.
I think you sent it to me actually. And he literally went on the side of the street and picked up a homeless woman that was probably in the middle of tripping out on something, and he's just driving her around for content on Twitch. Like, what the fuck has the world come to?
He was live streaming that?
Yes, and she's literally like tweaking in the front seat, like, and he's like trying to touch her and stuff, and he's like, I love you, like, thank you, and it's so like dystopian.
It's weird, but like shit like that, like again, it's gotta be tasteful, you know. Like nobody's.
There's
gonna tell
no
it
way.
it's
There's
tasteful.
no way that's tasteful in any way.
Yeah,
it's just like sad, bro.
I don't like
That is
a lot of the
sad. It's
pranks.
fucked up.
Like some of them are like just idiot kids, or that just like go up to people and fuck with them. That like
Yeah.
these people have jobs and like
Shit
they're
is
not.
annoying.
They don't have time for this shit.
Bro, there was one that came out a few years ago too on YouTube that this kid goes like, guys, I'm doing a prank today, or I'm doing the Oreo toothpaste prank. He says to the video, which is like, you get an Oreo, you take out the white shit, like the good stuff, and you replace it with toothpaste, and then you smush it back together. You give it to someone.
Punch someone in the face that did that. To me.
He goes in the video, hey guys, I'm doing the Oreo prank today, whatever. He shows himself doing making the fake Oreo, and he gives it to a homeless person.
He probably just ate it. He didn't know it was good.
No, he ate it and he spit it out, and he's like, dude, like, the fuck are you, like, I'm homeless, bro, what the fuck are you doing?
Like how? Like
that's
not
not
funny.
tasteful.
It's
You're
not
a
funny.
piece of shit, dude.
It's not.
Like, you should be in prison for that shit. You
Like-
are a piece of shit. You're a horrible human being, and fuck you.
It's like,
Like-
it's not even creative. Like anyone could just like throw a fucking Coke can at a homeless person.
Fuck you homeless person.
Yeah. Oh shit, that's hilarious.
Dude,
It's like,
you suck for that, man.
Yeah.
You want to see something kind of?
If you're watching this video, you suck.
yeah, for real, you fucking suck.
fuck you.
And 2 people out of the 3 here know jujitsu, so I dare you to fucking come on the podcast.
You stupid bastard.
Yo, can you look up something really fucked up? Can you look up Twitch bomb? Look up Twitch bomb.
Twitch bomb.
Twitch bomb prank. It's like a 20-second.
With
vid.
bombing
Oh,
prank.
guys, I'm sorry, I can't type.
2 out
It's
of
the
3.
first one. So the first one. This guy went.
Is
to,
this also Asian Andy?
I don't think it's Asian Andy, but it's someone who's doing the same shit. This guy
Throw
went to jail.
it on the E.
Wait, so-
This guy went to jail.
Attention.
Is this where you're supposed to be? I think so.
C4 has been successfully activated. Bomb detonation countdown successfully started.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit, dude. Oh my god, good. Yo, that's what I like to tell. We gotta go, guys. Damn. Holy.
That's-
I think you should be going to jail. For
yeah,
shit
yeah,
like that,
definitely.
bro.
You definitely
And
should.
you definitely do. That's fucked up. Like,
The worst part about it is it probably wasn't even him. It was probably one of his subscribers. You know, you pay a certain amount.
yeah.
That's crazy though. Everyone ran away like that.
Bro, you can. Bro, hey, if there's an old lady there, She freaks out.
Has a heart attack.
Heart attack, dead.
No,
and
she
you
definitely.
just killed someone now. Like
100%.
you're going to fucking prison for life. You're stupid if you're doing that shit. You're immature, bro. There's funny pranks you can pull on people, absolutely. But like,
Yeah. Like, just go up to him and do a Fortnite dance. That's funny. Like, dude, that's funny as fuck. Yeah.
That's like the real dirt shit, bro. Like, what are you cooking with that?
Exactly.
What, bro? Go to your parents. Go to your parents right now and do a Fortnite dance. They're gonna tell you. They're gonna kick you out of the house.
The thing is, they'd probably look at me and be like, "What the fuck is
bro.
this guy doing?" But that's hilarious, dude. That's content. That's the way I'm seeing. If I went to the mall and I see a guy in a Spider-Man suit just hitting the floss or something, I'm gonna die of laughter. I'm gonna be like, "This is the funniest shit I've ever seen."
Dude,
I don't know,
man.
I guess we just all have different types of comedy.
Randomness is also funny. Yes, just randomness, just shit like that.
Yeah.
That's just random.
Bro, there was one. I'm sure you guys saw this. That a guy would go to people taking showers like at the beach and just put shampoo on them.
Oh,
Those are all
what do you
fake.
think about
That's
that?
classic.
Yeah,
That's a
but
good one.
what do you think about that? This was like in the old like
That's
YouTube
funny.
days. You
I
think
think
that's
that was-
funny?
I think that's funny.
You don't think that's pushing it?
No, I mean,
I think that's funny.
Really?
it's
that's-
like
that's
like
not-
a shampoo.
Yeah, that's like a joke that after you're just like, you got me. You know, like that's. It's
I
not
think
that bad.
it gets too excessive when you're like infringing on someone's personal space, or
Wouldn't
you're
you
like
say
causing
that's,
fear
like-
in them.
Okay, what if this is super weird scenario? What if like the chick is allergic to the shampoo you get and her fucking all of her hair falls off?
God.
Yeah, I guess, but that's just us. Like,
Like I don't know. I think the second I think when you start like touching strangers and putting shit on them, like
Yeah.
that's when it's kind of
No,
like
but
don't do that.
I think we shouldn't discount pranks altogether. Like,
no,
there's some
absolutely
pranks that are
not.
funny.
Absolutely, totally. But like, dude, like do that prank to your girlfriend. You feel me? Like, don't do that prank to a stranger who just got out of the like. Fuck you, bro.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah, some people take it badly, but like, if you guys have seen, I'm sure you have the what's it called? People who did crazy shit with Steve-O, Jackass.
Oh, yeah, bro. There's like 4 of those now.
Yeah. Well, they did. One of the pranks was one of the guys thought that he was pranking another guy because he got like into a truck. He got into a trailer and he was gonna sneak up from the inside, the front of the trailer, go to the back, and then pour something on the
bro,
guy.
that's how you assassinated Sabi, an assassin.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a good story to
Fuck,
tell.
we should. I'll tell her.
Didn't you assassinate me?
Oh yeah, I did.
That's it.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah, motherfucker.
Got your ass.
No, but so what happens is this guy thought he was pranking the other guy going in the trailer, but what they did is he was the one that was actually getting pranked, and once you got to the end of the trailer, the platform just fell. He fell 11 feet into like a pit of pillows and like snakes.
Okay.
But then they put like a fuck.
Wait.
So he's in the pit. This guy,
You said pillows and snakes?
fake snakes.
Oh, okay.
Like, bro,
Until-
that's two
until-
opposite things. Then.
Until real snakes.
Word.
So this guy dumped a whole bucket of real snakes in there,
Nice.
and this guy couldn't get out. So you see, that's pushing it a little bit. That's
Yeah.
That's
A little bit.
it's a little worse than the shampoo.
But those guys like
That's
sign up for
definitely
that.
worse than shampoo.
They sign up for that.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, like to our,
That show's weird too, man. Like they do some weird. Is there a little bit of echo, by the way, or am I greening out? I thought I heard some. Whatever. I saw in the 4th movie that they put out a few months ago. These guys did this, and this was really fun. Like this is untasteful, bro. Like what we were saying, they got these like 2 pieces of plexiglass, and 2 guys like, bro, picture this: 2 guys take their pants off, they're facing each other with their dicks out, super gay too. And they, like, with 2 pieces of plexiglass and like screws on the corner of them. They put it like on their dick, and they just tighten the screws to make the plexiglass like real tight.
Yeah.
So they could have a surface, and they put a little net in the middle, and they played ping pong.
That's not even a prank though. That's just
That's just like doing stupid shit.
Some
but
idiots.
that's like untasteful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
that's what
It's
you
like
do when you're like 12
didn't
years
want
old.
to
You
watch
don't have anything else to do.
You just you play with your dick with your friends.
Exactly.
It's weird, man.
You play your dick.
You guys are 40-year-old men. Like, what are you doing, man? Strange, bro. Strange.
Those were the good times when we actually didn't. Do you guys remember the first time you
That's like a European
you
thing.
rubbed it out? You guys
Yeah,
know?
I do.
Yeah.
I remember what I was wearing. I remember where I was. I remember what the video. Yeah,
It's a special moment.
absolutely.
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I do.
Well,
I have
how did you stumble upon it? Like, how did someone tell you, like, yo, you gotta
Yeah,
try this?
it's exactly.
My
what
friend
Real?
Yeah, there
pinned
was a-
me
there
up
was a kid in
against
St.
the
Agnes.
wall, put a porno in my face.
No.
I was like, look at this.
That's
While I was
horrible.
pinned up against the
Shut
wall,
the
and I was
fuck-
like, no. Yeah. Yeah, straight up.
And then you just started jerking off right there.
No.
Did he jerk you off?
You guys put your dicks in plexiglass.
No.
And started,
That was the first experience, though, and I was like, oh shit, I just became corrupted. Like, in that moment,
infected.
I was just like, fuck.
Yeah,
Damn.
bro. Some rada shit.
And then yeah.
Every
And then it was a whole
time-
struggle for the rest of my life.
The first times
That's when
I
it
ever,
began, bro.
the first times that I ever did it, I always regretted it so much. Like, I would always pray
Bro,
to God
yeah.
after. Like,
Oh, yeah. Lord, repent. Remember when you got excommunicated from the church?
Oh yeah, I remember. Everyone thought I was excommunicated. Like, that was the actual rumor that was going on.
Wait, what? What?
Yeah, they were like me and my brother. Whatever. It's a lot. So the first time I got drunk,
While we were in Berlin.
yeah, I got taken out of PE and they had like an investigator come and check.
Bro, I'm telling you, everyone was like, Bato's been excommunicated.
But for what, bro?
Okay, so let me tell you a story. So the first time I got drunk, this was, I don't know how old it was. It was me and Lucas in my house with my sisters and my dad and then his girlfriend. I hope I don't incriminate anyone. I'm not gonna tell you the age, but it was some age, and me and Lucas, we never drank before, and like they started just giving us shots and stuff, and like it was all funny, and we wanted more and everything because it's all fun, you know. Lucas ended up just having a night, just throwing up and shit, and apparently, because I don't think this is how it happened, but I used to sleep. I slept in the same bed as my brother. You just had a big bed, and this was a long time ago, and I was drunk, and then I was like, apparently this is what he tells me happened.
Ooh, Adri.
Adri, I said, yo, I want to play a PlayStation, go get it. And then he's like, no, bro, I don't want it. Like, if you want to play it, you go play. And I'm just like, no, like, I want to play it, bro. Come on, just fucking get it. And he's just, whatever. I ended up headbutting him. So I'm changed, okay? I'm an idiot. I'm drunk the first time, honestly. I was abused. And then...
I was abused.
Yeah, and then because of that, like, a whole shit happened, and then I got excommunicated from the Christian church, and then now...
Yeah. Long story short, the Pope said, fuck Bato.
Exactly.
Bro, speaking, this is crazy that you guys said excommunication now, because the conspiracy book I'm reading, the guy says,
Behold a pale horse.
behold a pale horse. He says the Catholic Church and the Pope and all these people are like the Illuminati. And it's like, it's a society that doesn't really go by that name, but it, like, in the public, they go by that name because people don't actually do their research and shit.
Yeah.
And the guy was saying that in the 1700s and in the 1600s, there were two popes that put out...
The Black Pope is one of them, right?
I don't know, man. But one of them was like Clement or Clement or some shit like that.
Clementine.
Yeah.
Clementine? Put out like a papal decree, two of them in separate years, saying like, if you are part of the Illuminati, like, we're excommunicating you, like, fuck off. And so the guy's saying like that was times when the Illuminati tried to get in, tried to infiltrate, and they caught them. And then with John Paul the something, one of them, because there's a fuck ton, came out in the 50s, and he like redacted that decree. And he was like, no, like, everybody is allowed here. And so they're saying that Pope was
Like the first figurehead.
right, the first like time that the Illuminati properly kind of got in there, because apparently that Pope, he was a Polish guy, and get this because it's fucked up, this is the Pope, bro, of the Catholic Church, was selling cyanide to the Nazis during World War II to like kill the Jews.
What the fuck is going on?
All right, so
And he ended up becoming the Pope. Is what the book says. I don't know,
Okay.
I didn't do my research for that, but
Sheesh.
crazy
the
stuff.
reason that I see it being plausible and possible is because throughout all of history, the Pope has been the most powerful person. They control the whole world, essentially. They control the ideology and the way that millions and millions and millions of people think. So, in order for one of these big secret organizations to take power, you would want to infiltrate the highest position.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it just seems completely plausible to me.
That's where the power was.
Yeah.
It's the book, like every time the guy says like secret society and Illuminati and all this shit, I kind of feel like a clown for even reading it. You know what I mean? Like, this fucking stupid. But then it's like, maybe not. You know, like maybe not. I don't know, man.
That's because
I honestly agree with you.
What's
that's
up?
What the Illuminati wants.
Yeah, that's what they want me to think. But it's like, dude, the stuff the guy's saying, it's like you kind of look around and like it's true. He was saying they want to destabilize the nuclear family. Mm-hmm. Look around, bro. You know, people are we were talking about it the other week. People are growing up without dads, shitty neighborhoods. Like,
that's why they want to put women in the workforce.
That's why what?
They want to put women in the workforce
to get them away from the children.
Exactly.
The guy was talking about like welfare, about how all the advertisement on TV is like dumbed down. It makes you feel like a 6-year-old. Mm-hmm. What else? Public education. They want to put everyone in public education, care centers, keep them away from their parents.
I want to indoctrinate you. You want to be your parents.
Stuff. Spooky.
Yeah, no.
I completely agree with that viewpoint, because if you zoom out, right, and you see the world on a global scale and see it as different nations, there's like 200 something countries, and there's probably 10 countries that pull weight, right? China, Russia, the US, the UK, all these big countries. So that narrows down the power structure of the entire globe to 10 world leaders. To think that these 10 leaders and the people on their teams aren't pulling all the strings for the entire globe, it's kind of naive. to think that they're not directing this global stage.
I have no idea. Like, saying it like how you just said it right now, it's like, why would we ever think? Like, do you know any people that are that good?
What do you mean that good?
Like, just good, genuine people. It's very rare to find genuinely good, moral people who want the best, not for themselves, but for a whole country.
And as you go up the rung of like the ladder of like power, influence, wealth, shit like that, it's like less and less.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, good people are humble. They have a few things, whatever. The rich, the Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerbergs and Bushes of the world are all pieces of shit.
There's no clear path for a good person to become president. Like, you can't be like just a genuine. First off, you can't be genuine, right?
Yeah. It's the first thing.
Yeah, you can't be genuine. You have to appeal to
a facade.
You need to say this tomorrow. Say BLM, or say tomorrow. Say whatever the fuck Trump wanted to say,
or whatever your biggest donator is saying for you to say in the campaign. Oh,
exactly.
So if you don't say this, I'm gonna pull 10 million of funding from you.
Yeah, we've done the analytics.
In your ear. Spooky.
Dude, I just got a whisper in my ear right now.
From Neuralink.
Say BLM.
Guys, we actually have a new advertising. BLM.
This episode is brought to you by.
This episode is brought to you by our sponsor, the CIA. They are a great organization. I would never doubt them ever. I have not been corrupted. I would never doubt the CIA.
They love you very much.
They love you and they care of you. That's why they want all of your information, and that's why they want to tap into your phones, because they care about you.
They want to protect you.
And I don't even think it's like...
Say it.
They only love you. Protect.
It's not even like a country thing. I would say there's these corporations that are making more money than countries.
Sure.
That these guys are directing the way money flows, who's getting the money, where funding is going, where research is going. Bro.
It's a spooky one.
Bezos paid like a countless of billions of dollars to go into space. It takes like 500 million to completely fix the Amazon. The fuck, bro? You're just sending a rocket into space for yourself, which is dope. I'm not gonna take anything away from that.
Dope, yeah.
That's fucking amazing. But there's a
There's
lot of
no
problems.
return.
There's so many problems that could be solved by people in control if they just said, "Yo, let's do this. Yo, let's do that."
But it's not convenient for
But
them to
poverty
think, bro.
is
Like,
profitable.
absolutely.
All these situations that are created and are continuing in our world is because they're profitable.
For sure, bro.
It's just
It's the same thing. Like, dude, a good example of that is like the whole medicine thing. Very rare diseases and viruses and stuff like that don't get the funding that the flu does, because one person in the world gets X, but everybody gets the flu. Mm-hmm. It's like the money is going to where there's more money to come out of.
And think about it. As a pharmaceutical company, if you cure the person that's coming to you for help, you just lost a customer.
Damn, a cured patient is a lost customer.
Exactly.
What's that quote, dude? That's a
Okay,
good quote.
so another
That's fucked.
another thing.
Fuck pharma. All my homies hate pharma.
Another thing that we kind of discussed in another podcast was there's no true altruistic act, and is it possible, like, if I'm gonna cure a disease and I'm not gonna get any profit from it monetarily, I have to like care about all of the people that I'm gonna be curing that I'm never gonna meet.
Yeah.
Can you do that? Can you act like I'm talking honestly? Like, yes, everyone's gonna say, "Oh, you piece of shit." Of course, dude. All the people that are dying, like, but be honest with yourself. You know, like, it's hard to care about anything outside of your family and your close friends and like your tribe, because that's how we're built.
Yeah.
We're built like the whole reason why we have tribalistic tendencies is because we have a tribe. And that tribe cannot be 7.5 or 8 billion people.
I think we crossed the 8 billion threshold already.
Yeah.
Which is crazy number. 8
Yeah.
billion people.
The only way that I think we'd be able to do that is if an outside force were to present itself.
Well,
right? Like, to unite as a 7.8 billion population tribe is if someone just appeared. Yeah. Someone just appeared from space and they said, "Yo, we're about to fuck you guys up." Then we have to band together as some sort of tribe and work, because
That's true.
Like, we'd all snap out of it.
yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be the
We're
only way.
waiting. Okay, we're waiting.
Guys, we're ready.
One night, me and Lukey were hanging out, and I was like, "Yo, we need to go to the field. Like, they're waiting to talk to us. The UFO's over the field. We gotta go talk to them." And he was like, "Bro, what the fuck are you saying?"
Bro,
I think you were there. That day. Yeah, you were there.
I thought I saw a UFO the other day, and I thought about you.
What did you see?
We were on the boat. It was me, Vergate, and Denzel. We were on the boat, and it was at night. And I saw like a little dot, like a little shiny dot. I didn't actually think it was a UFO, but I was like entertaining it.
Yeah.
Just. I traced it like across the whole sky, but it wasn't flashing. And planes flash.
Was it like a rainbow color?
No. It was just like a little like yellow orange type dot. It was like nice. It felt warm. I liked it, and it was it was just flying across the sky, because it wasn't a star. Stars don't move, and planes have flashing light, right? And they're green, and they have white and red and shit.
Yeah.
So I was like, that means the only logical conclusion is that it's a UFO. They're spying on us.
You already crossed the other two out. So.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Deduction.
There's no other answer.
Why didn't you take a video of it?
I did, but my camera was such low res that I just deleted it.
I will say that phase that I was in, where I was like actively stargazing and looking outside trying to see things, I would see videos on Twitter of like this reoccurring, I guess, videos of different people in different places in the world seeing similar like light phenomena at night. And like, you can't prove that it's anything, but the fact that it was the same and so many different people were seeing it in different places was kind of like, whoa, okay, this may not be that, but we still don't know what this thing is. And that kind of just blew my mind a little bit. And then I don't know if it's because it was in my consciousness, I started to see it outside, but I would just see these little rainbow dots just like flashing. I don't know. That was
I remember you telling me that.
yeah,
Like,
and I did an experiment at UF. There was 10 guys in a room, and I said, "Yo, I see one of these things outside. Come with me." And they're like, "Bro, what the fuck are you on about? Like, are you serious?" I was like, "Just come." So 10 of them come outside, and it was the weirdest thing because 5 of them saw it and 5 of them didn't see it. And I was like, whoa, what is going on here? So I don't know what I saw, still to this day. It could have been anything. But the fact that 5 people saw it and 5 people didn't, I was like, whoa.
Maybe that could be something like, you guys remember that picture that went around all those years ago about the dress? Mm-hmm. It was like gold and white or blue and black. Maybe something like that.
Yeah.
Who knows, man? Spooky.
Who knows?
I remember looking it up actually. Can you when I speak? Okay, I think I'm good. Because I think the gain is a little low. I have no idea. Maybe I'm tripping.
Let me see talk again.
Hello.
No, you're good.
Okay, bye. I looked it up actually when you mentioned it, and I remember that there's like this phenomenon that like when stars are very close to the horizon, they come out looking a little like rainbowy. Mm-hmm. And so I guess you could. It's either or, but
There's there's another thing. I've never seen it, but I really, really fucking want to. That it's if you're in the ocean and the sun sets.
Oh, the green flash.
Yeah, have you seen that?
I saw it when I
Where'd you
went
see it?
to the west side of Florida. Forgot where I was
Right,
staying.
you have to be on a west, like
Yeah.
it has to be west all the way to.
Right when the sun sets, it flashes green right for a second.
Is that facts?
Yeah, right
really.
before it goes down.
And there can't be clouds. It has to be.
No, it has to be like
right.
fully clear.
What's that? Have they figured that out?
It's the way that the light interacts with the atmosphere.
Oh,
It,
with
like,
the
flashes.
atmosphere, it's
Yeah, it,
not
like,
the
flashes.
reflection on the water.
I don't know. I think it's the atmosphere, something
Yeah,
like that.
That's weird.
I think.
Have you seen that?
I know about it, but I
Okay.
don't think I've ever seen it.
Dude, I want to see it because you can't see it in Miami. Porque it's like it's not water. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's all we're on the east, so
It's
weird.
cool.
I want to see the
cool.
aurora borealis, to see the electromagnetic waves in the sky
Is that summer or winter activity?
all the time. I
Fact?
think.
No,
You just have to go to the poles.
no. I think there's a season for it.
Oh.
Yeah. Or
What
at,
would you do?
at the very least, a season that it's like stronger and weaker.
That is so dope for me because that's tangibly seeing the electromagnetic waves that are always in the air. That's trippy as fuck. And those waves are interacting with us. That's the 5G frying our brains, bro. Like, goddamn.
Yeah, no, it's weird. It's always weird, like seeing because there's all these like laws, like the electromagnetic field and stuff like that. That once you see like what you can do, once you like manipulate it a little bit, if you do like some experiments, like there's a thing that you can. It's a really cool project. That's like if you get like a magnet and then you put it in what's it called, liquid nitrogen, like super freezing. And then you put it on top of like another other magnets, it just floats, and you just see this thing levitating.
Oh, dude, they want to do that with trains.
Yeah,
Have you
Maglev.
seen that shit? Yeah.
yeah,
That'd be dope.
exactly.
Crazy.
There's no friction.
It's insane. It's
Yeah,
wow.
Bullet
what the
train,
fuck?
maglev. Choo.
dude. But soon enough, that's the whole. Isn't that also like the reusable rockets from Elon Musk that you can get from like here to like
Whoa.
London in like 25 minutes?
Oh, that I think that's just going super high into the atmosphere, waiting for the Earth to rotate and then
Yeah.
dropping back. down.
Whoa.
Oh, you haven't heard about that?
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's badass.
Yeah, they want to cook that. They're
Oh,
cooking that.
They're
It's coming.
cooking
Yeah.
currently.
That's
Damn,
insane.
yo.
Bro, we're gonna see ourselves get to Mars. Like,
I think we're gonna see ourselves be able to cross dimensions or something. Joe, you don't think so?
I don't know.
You can do that easily.
Or like use wormholes to travel to another part of the galaxy.
Are they real? Are they confirmed real wormholes?
Oh, I don't know, but
Wormholes
Yeah, they're
are theoretically possible, 100%.
Facts.
Like 100%.
what if we just have a wormhole here in my room that lets me go to Trader Joe's instantly?
Bro, that'd be lit. Shit, you need some cookies or something.
I would just pop in the middle of the night, just stack my fridge up, and
Facts.
then
That'd be a super hard wormhole, bro.
Yeah.
That'd be the goat wormhole.
Yeah, I was thinking more like Andromeda Galaxy or something. Trader Joe's.
yeah. You know, fuck it.
Andromeda, what the fuck is that, bro? You a
Dude,
nerd or
something
something?
like that.
I have
Dumbass nerd.
one of my friends told me she's from the Andromeda Galaxy.
Oh, really?
Really?
I believe her.
Was she tripping on something?
Just on life.
Oh.
She also
High
told me
life.
that if you
Should have her on the
if you do
podcast.
breath work enough, we should have her on the podcast. She'd be a great guest, actually.
What's her name?
Sin.
Sin.
S-C-I-N.
I'm a Catholic boy. I can't do that.
Sin.
She's awesome.
Dale.
She was saying that if you do breath work and you focus on the sky, you can see the fractals all just kind of playing out.
She was tripping.
And it's crazy because later that day, Sebastian texted me at night. He's like, "Yo, I just did breath work. I see all these shapes in the sky." Like,
It's the sacred geometry. Spooky. What's up with that, dude? That shit is all linked. It's all together, bro. The pyramids and the fractals and the sacred geometry. All that shit is.
Did you ever
intertwined.
work at where Ricky's
the knife?
warehouse thing?
I did a different thing with knives. I sold knives. He made them.
Do you know?
the whole vertical structure of the business.
Do you know Thomas? Do you remember Thomas Kogetti? He's like
No, bro. No.
shout out Thomas.
Didn't we play
bro.
poker with him one time?
No.
Dude, one of the guys at my gym, it was a professional poker player. Random.
Someone to fuck up on Monday.
But he's good. The most flexible person I have seen in my life. You do not understand the things this guy's capable of.
I
And
don't.
bro,
that
it's-
just made
it's
it sound
spooky.
sus.
Dude, because low key,
My mind.
low key, it's sus, bro. This guy had someone on top of him, and his like foot was like on his own face, like covering it, and like playing guard. It was nuts, bro. You'll see him on Monday night. You'll see how crazy.
But
it
you
is.
already know what he tried out on a Friday night when he was on.
Tried something out.
But yeah, I was saying, dude, this guy was fucking explaining the whole sacred geometry thing and like how there's like patterns and they're reoccurring and all this, and like I didn't understand any of it.
Think about it. If you look at nature, it all follows a unified structure, like the Fibonacci sequence.
Yeah.
It's all uniform and aligned and set a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
And it all comes from this base structure, and that's like the sacred geometry that Javi's talking about. And it's insane because every single shape, every single thing that takes place is built on that. And if you resonate, so if you have a pile of sand over a speaker and you turn the speaker to different frequency, it creates those sacred geometry shapes based on the frequency that you're playing. It's nutty.
Yeah, it's all connected, bro. It's weird.
That's the weird thought about consciousness that I've talked about, that it's like, what if people like are just the different frequencies of that same sand? All consciousness is just sand. Sand is always present, but your brain, the makeup of your brain is like makes you just
I think that each of us has an energy signature that's unique to us. We have a unique frequency that we give off, and each of us is unique in our expression of that, but it is all consciousness, and we kind of just embody ourselves.
Like consciousness is the same. It's universal. It's the same exact thing, but you can download it on different hardware, which is people.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I was doing a weird meditation today where you do meditation with eyes open, and you like just see everything in front of you, and you stare looking forward, and then it kind of just like opens up, and then you start thinking about the space behind you, and then I was like, holy shit, I'm just like this bubble of awareness right here, and I was like, whoa.
It's weird. It's actually weird because you don't know this, but there's nothing behind you. It's all being simulated, and you're the only real person.
True, yeah.
That's what started making me think about all this weird stuff. I would sit in a room by myself, and I'd be like, does anything exist outside of the room I'm in right now? Or is it just all black? And like I only know it exists if I see it.
Yeah.
That's such a scary thing.
It loads like as you're opening the door.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's so scary if you really think about that right now. Like what if outside really is just a bunch of code and this is what's happening? It's weird.
Stop.
It's really weird. It's really weird.
Really
It's scary.
My friend had an experience where he was sitting out on a lake, and he was really... It was an altered state of consciousness experience, and he was sitting out on a lake, and he saw energy coming down from the sky, and he said it looked exactly like from the Matrix, like just things streaming down and like combining with the situation in front of him and becoming it. And
my friend, who was also in a similar experience, an alternate experience, he said that he saw the you know how you see the pipelines on top of roofs?
Oh, God, bro.
He saw the pipelines of the simulation, essentially.
Fucking Christ.
It's like the building, everything that was going on behind, and it was, I mean,
it's just atoms and neutrons and electrons at the most basic level.
It's all, dude.
We don't even know what the fuck that is.
We know too much.
We know too much.
And too little.
And too little.
At the same time.
Do you guys want to end right here?
Reality's fake. We live in a fucking simulation. Fuck it.
Yeah. I mean, should we do a little... All right, well...
Say bye, Ryan. Put us so we can say bye too.
Bye.
Hey.
Love you guys. Peace out.
That was a good one. That was fire.
How long was that?
Like an
hour 20.
An hour 20, yeah.
Dude, like